Now at 5 a.m., this is WKYT This Morning. New developments in the case of a missing Nelson County mother. We'll have the latest on that just ahead.
The 10-year anniversary of the Flight 5191 crash is in a little more than a week. This weekend, there will be a volleyball tournament to honor one of the victims. More on that coming up.
Also on WKYT, a traveling memorial to thousands of fallen heroes has arrived in Rockcastle County. When you can visit that and your weekend weather forecast on WKYT This Morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into you. Hope you're having a fabulous start to your day. I'm Rebecca Smith.
I'm Bill Bryant. It's your Friday. The weekend is almost here, and it sounds like once we get through a few more storms, things look really, really good.
Yes, after the storm, Micah, comes the calm, hopefully.
That's exactly right, especially Sunday afternoon off into next week. That's when you start to see not just the calm, but much, much cooler conditions. And not just cooler conditions, but also drier conditions in terms of humidity. It drops big time. A couple of sprinkles down south early this morning. A little fog issue in some spots. Got to be watching out for that. Frankfurt, you can see pretty foggy this morning at 72 degrees. By the afternoon, we're at 83. A few storms here and there. Like I said, it's spotty. That's what we're going to be dealing with today. Some see the rain and some do not. By the weekend, though, everybody sees the rain at some point during the weekend. I'm going to show you when the bulk of the rain moves on through and how you're going to be able to plan around that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in just a bit. Micah, thank you. We have some new information this morning about the search for a Nelson County woman who disappeared more than a year ago.
Michelle Chamberlain is at our alert desk this morning with details.
It's the latest development in the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. The mom of 5 has been missing for more than a year, and now a search warrant has been served. Crystal's mom was there as that warrant was executed and a home was searched.
I just couldn't stay away. I just felt like I had to.
The home belongs to the grandmother of Nick Houck. He's the brother of Brooks Houck, who is Crystal's boyfriend. Police have named Brooks a suspect in the case, but he has not been charged. Now, deputies searched the home yesterday, but would not say what exactly was on the search warrant. Crystal's mom watched as investigators brought items out of the house.
I just wanted to see what was going on. They can't tell us a lot of stuff, so I'm like, I just want to come up here and see for myself.
Crystal Rogers was last seen on July 3rd, 2015. Her abandoned car was found 2 days later along Kentucky's Bluegrass Parkway. Her belongings still inside.
Michelle Chamberlain, thank you. Today, 2 people charged in connection with the murder of a 2-year-old boy are expected to make a plea deal in a Rowan County courtroom. In the spring of 2009, 2-year-old Nathaniel Jones died after his mother found him unresponsive. Then, more than a year later, the boy's mother, Tia Jones, and her boyfriend, Brian Gallagher, were indicted and charged with murder and criminal abuse. Police say testing revealed that Nathaniel died from injuries to his stomach. They say it took more than a year to bring charges against the couple because of delays in medical testing results. The 10-year anniversary of the tragic crash of Flight 5191 is now just over a week away.
And tomorrow there will be a memorial volleyball tournament in honor of one of the crash victims. WKYT's Mike Byer is live with more on the tournament. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca. For the 10th year in a row, family and friends of a victim killed in the Comair Flight 5191 plane crash are coming together for a volleyball tournament right here in Lexington. Fenton Dawson died when Comair Flight 5191 crashed near the Bluegrass Airport in 2006. Dawson was an avid volleyball player, and his loved ones decided to honor him by playing a tournament in his name each year. This year will be bittersweet for organizers and participants, as it will be the final year of the event. The tournament will take place tomorrow at the Kentucky Basketball Academy in Lexington. The net proceeds of the event raised over the last 10 years will go toward a preservation fund for the Comair Flight 5191 Memorial here at the University of Kentucky Arboretum. Now, WKYT will have coverage of the Flight 5191 10th Anniversary Memorial Service, which is next Saturday. Live at the UK Arboretum, Mike Byer, WKYT.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. New this morning, for the first time, the State Department is admitting there was a link between a $400 million cash payment to Iran in January and the same-day release of 4 Americans imprisoned there.
Yeah, Kenneth Craig has the details.
The State Department says the $400 million cash payment the government made to Iran came along with a catch. Iran wouldn't get the money until the prisoners were freed.
We, of course, sought to retain maximum leverage until after American citizens were released. That was our top priority.
The four freed Americans were Washington Post reporter Jason Rezaian, former U.S. Marine Amir Hekmati, American businessman Nosratola Khosravi Roodsari, and Pastor Saeed Abedini. Republicans and their presidential nominee Donald Trump have been critical of the Obama administration's secret plan.
He said, "We don't pay ransom," but we did. He lied about the hostages openly and blatantly.
U.S. officials insist the money was not ransom. They say it was owed to Iran as part of a failed arms deal 35 years ago. State Department officials say they waited until the Americans had left Iran on January 17th before handing over the money. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
The State Department says the money was from a military equipment deal made with Iran in the 1970s.
We're tracking the investigation into a crash that killed a man in Harlan County. It happened late yesterday afternoon on Highway 421 near Harlan. State police say 68-year-old Roston Bray Jr. tried to make a U-turn, but his car turned into the path of a truck, causing the crash. Police say Bray later died at a hospital. 2 other people were taken to the hospital. We do not have their conditions this morning. New this morning, Corbin police have arrested a Whitley County woman who they say abandoned her dogs. Police have charged 37-year-old Angela Mullins with animal cruelty. They say she left her dogs in her Corbin home for weeks without food, water, or proper care. Police say they found one of the dogs, a pit bull, malnourished and covered in waste.
We're finding out about a frightening ordeal for a 93-year-old Harrison County woman. Her son Gerald Hill says someone armed with a baseball bat forced his way into their home Sunday and stole his mom's purse. Hill says he suspects the man was staking out the home ahead of time.
Well, he pushed the front door open. Apparently, they'd been here earlier in the day, and Mom didn't lock the door.
Okay, Hill says after the man left the home, he tried to call 911 using the landline, but the phone would not work. Deputies later found that the phone line had been cut outside the home. At this time, no one's been arrested for this crime. Hill says the thief got away with money and a checkbook, which were inside that purse.
The Woodland Arts Fair is this weekend. More than 200 artists will showcase their work at Woodland Park. There will also be live music and entertainment, as well as food and drink vendors. The fair is free and open to the public, always lots of fun. It will run from 10 until 6 tomorrow and from 10 until 5 on Sunday. So looking forward to being over there for some of that.
Good time.
Yeah. Find yourself something.
A traveling memorial to thousands of fallen heroes has arrived in Rockcastle County.
The moving Vietnam Veterans Memorial is now on display outside the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame and Museum in Renfro Valley. It's a half-size replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. An opening ceremony was held for the memorial last night. It will be open 24 hours a day until Monday at noon. One Vietnam War veteran says just seeing the memorial in Kentucky is a special moment.
It's an experience because I know names on that wall. We have some countyans here that I know's on the wall. It's bringing it to a county that a lot of people will never get to experience the real one. And this is as close to it as they're going to get.
Volunteers will be on the site every day from 8 until 10 to help visitors find names. All right. Our time this morning is 5:08 on WKYT, and we're just getting started on your Friday.
They're waddling their way into the world and making a debut. Aren't they cute? We'll take a look at the Aquarium of the Pacific's new edition when we come back.
Also ahead, new pricing options from cell phone companies, and Uber goes driverless. We'll have those stories and more coming up in today's Money Watch report.
A few sprinkles, couple light showers down south. It's really about the front this weekend. It's a big front. It's really going to knock out our weather pattern and bring us a pretty nice one to deal with next week. We'll have that in your forecast coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We have a few sprinkles, couple light showers down in the southern half. Nothing to really be concerned about. It's just more of a nuisance as you walk out the door. That's about it. And we're going to zoom southbound because that's where we're seeing some of those showers at this very moment. Now, the heaviest rain right now is actually moving just north of Williamsburg. That's heading over toward the Barberville region, Union College area, 25 east. You're going to be seeing that in Knox County very shortly, and some there in the Corbin area too, right on that Knox, Whitley, Laurel County line. And a lot of that's continued to make its way eastbound, so there's not much to it. However, still some light showers out there early this morning. Now, the fog's going to be an issue for some of us. 1 mile there in Danville, Boyle County, Lincoln County, go down 150 through Crab Orchard, all the way into Rockcastle County. That's where we picked up some pretty heavy rain in Lincoln and Rockcastle counties yesterday. Some spots were flooded over some of those roads just due to lower lying valley areas. So, yeah, I mean, we picked up some pretty good rain, and that leads to some of that fog issue. Louisville looks pretty good if you're heading down 64, heading up 75 all the way to Cincinnati. I see no issues there on the roadways. Moorhead is really quiet. It's a ghost town there in Moorhead, and Frankfort coming in pretty nicely. We head into your afternoon. Afternoon is spotty. Some see the rain, some do not. Friday night football could be affected for some. Not everybody. I believe most stay dry, but some of us will have the chance at a couple of rumbles of thunder during that time. Let's talk about your weekend forecast. Big front on the way. Daylight hours on Saturday, you'll have kind of hit and miss. It's 40% chance of rain during the daylight hours Saturday. Saturday evening and night, it turns into 100% chance of rain, and then it starts to roll on through. So most of the rain actually falls when we're asleep or inside. And Sunday, we'll have a few showers, but then it looks like Sunday afternoon looks fantastic at 77 degrees. You gotta love that. I mean, the afternoon on Sunday will be the best afternoon so far this summer. No doubt about it, 100%. Next week, guys, we're sitting there with temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. So some really, really nice weather on the way. Looks good. Yeah. It'll feel good. Loving this forecast because it's going to knock out that atmospheric pattern. That's what we need. Big time.
That's going to be nice. No doubt about it. Thank you, Mike. It's 5:14 now.
In Long Beach, California, baby penguins are making their big debut.
They're always cute. Let's take a look. These two little guys are officially on display at the Aquarium of the Pacific. They were born back in May, and one of them still needs a name. The aquarium is letting people submit a name for the penguin along with a donation. The winner will get to go into the habitat and feed the penguins. But for those of us who can't make it out to California, here is a look inside right now of the aquarium's June Jay's penguin exhibit. This is their below water penguin cam, and we're looking at it this morning courtesy of Explore.org. Well, isn't that
wow.
fun?
I love that they're so cute.
We had a little penguin around here from the Cincinnatis back a couple of months ago.
Right.
And same deal.
I remember that.
Micah took that video and it was running the halls. You remember that?
Yeah,
really
they're
cute.
Adorable. Bring the penguins to us.
Yeah,
we love it.
You got it. It's 5:15 now on your Friday.
We have a look at your money. Stay with us.
New pricing options for cell phone service, and Uber prepares to offer self-driving rides in just weeks. I'm Brooke Silva Braga in New York. Those stories and more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Welcome back in. WKYT this morning on the air here on your Friday. Our time is coming up on 5:19. It's early.
It is that. We know for sure.
Right. In the news this morning, some new pricing options from cell phone companies. Twitter takes action against ISIS.
And Uber goes driverless. Brooke Silva Braga has the latest on your money.
T-Mobile and Sprint are both changing their cell phone service pricing to focus on unlimited data plans while reducing lower-end options. T-Mobile today announced unlimited data for $70 a month, and Sprint responded about an hour later by slashing their unlimited plan to $60. Both new plans stream video at less than HD quality. Stocks inched higher again yesterday, the Dow gaining 23 and the Nasdaq up 11. Twitter says it has suspended 235,000 terrorist-related accounts in just the last 6 months. That's nearly twice as many as before. They've done it with spam filters and increased staffing that now monitors the service around the clock. And Uber will offer rides in self-driving cars within weeks. The specially outfitted Ford Fusions and Volvo XC90s will make short trips in Pittsburgh with the help of a human backup driver. The rides will be free to anyone willing to take one. And that's your Money Watch. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Brooke Silva Braga.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, good luck to you if you decide to go that route with it.
Oh, we'll see, right? All of Eddie Bauer's North American stores were targeted by credit card thieves this year.
The company announced that it found and removed malware from registers at about 350 stores. The clothing store suspects debit and credit cards used at its stores between January and July 17th this year. may have been compromised. Online purchases would not have been affected. There is an Eddie Bauer location at Fayette Mall. The company is not saying how many customers were affected, but you can go to its website for more information. Gonna have to do that because I did buy a few items from Eddie Bauer. It was either back in 2015 and around Christmas time, or hey, that could be me. Oh,
yeah.
Man, gotta check.
There you go. Yeah, just look for any suspicious charges, right? 5:21 our time, Friday morning on WKYT. We have a lot more news coming up in our top stories here in just a few.
Sports is up next.
Football and basketball will get you going this morning. The Bengals were in action in NFL preseason action. The Wildcats, they are going to build a lot of this offense, apparently, at least it looks like, around the running backs. John Calipari has a new book. The UK women release a part of their schedule, and I'll show it to you coming up next.
A pretty moderate shower over Barberville at this very moment, 25 east through Knox County, Union College area. That's where you're going to be seeing that, and also Corbin region. I'm meteorologist Micah Harris, getting you updated on what's going on down south. It's down south once again, sprinkles, couple of showers, and it remains with that small chance as we go through noontime. Now, once we hit the afternoon, a few storms will start to make their way through the region. Now, there's not really one location that I would say is the best chance of rain. But, you know, some of us see rain, some of us do not. It's that type of pattern that we have today. Now, going up towards your weekend is totally different, okay? So Saturday's 40% chance of rain. Saturday night, evening and night into early Sunday morning, now you're talking about 100% chance of rain, and maybe even some strong storms. That's what we're going to be focusing in on. Today it's more of just your heavy downpours. You could have a stray cell that could put down enough rain to give us some flash flooding, so we'll be focusing in on that. But this weekend forecast, tracking that front, yeah, I'm going to show you that coming up in your full forecast just a few minutes. Let's check out sports, see what's going on.
We have talked a great deal about the UK running backs the last couple of days, and with good reason. This is a talented group. The Cats have a stable of very good athletes with experience, but they don't just run the football. These guys can catch it out of the backfield as well.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, Coach Henshaw said we've utilized the running backs, you know, us as a quarterback room more than he's ever had, just checking it down all the time. And those guys are really good receivers after the catch. I mean, especially if you can get them in space one-on-one with a linebacker. I can guarantee you 90% of the time our running backs are going to make those guys miss. So just having threats like that out of the backfield is a huge thing, and I feel like we're going to utilize them a lot this year.
NFL preseason action with the Bengals and the Lions. These two have met 36 times all-time in the preseason, 18 and 18, the two of them. Jeremy Hill bangs his way in from 9 yards out, 7-3 Cincinnati. The Bengals showing the defense in a big way. Darren Smith, the second-year guy out of Fresno State. That is a pick-six, 60-yard return for touchdown, 13-3 Cincinnati right before the end of the first half. A.J. McCarron, a 12-yard dart to Tyler Boyd. No trouble in the Motor City for the Bengals, 30-14. John Calipari already has had one New York Times best-selling book with Players First, coaching from the inside out. Now Calipari ready to release another new novel for the masses. His newest book titled Success is the Only Option. The Art of Coaching Extreme Talent. It'll hit the stands in the bookstores November 15th. In the book, he explains how he takes high school superstars and molds them into play as a unit in college. Calipari also goes in depth in explaining his team building methods, which can be applied to CEOs and business owners, coaches, teachers, leaders of all kinds. A quick look at the UK women's basketball non-conference schedule released yesterday in November. UK plays Miami and Albany as part of the Kentucky Classic at Memorial Coliseum. The Cats close out November with Morehead State and Samford at home. December, how about Oklahoma coming to town? Then going on the road to Louisville, Middle Tennessee, December 9th at Memorial, Arizona State. That game will be played at Rupp Arena. And then Kentucky closes out the non-conference portion against the Duke Blue Devils down on Tobacco Road. That is a look at sports. Tonight, it's high school football. Hallelujah. Have a great day.